قال سبحانه ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا. Whoever has taqwa of Allah Rabbul Izzah, Allah will ease in his situation. What is taqwa? A person came to Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. He said, Ya Abu Hurairah, what is taqwa? So Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu asked him, have you ever crossed a thorny path? Have you ever walked on a path where there's thorns? He said, yes. He goes, what did you do? He said, I grabbed my cloak around me carefully and navigated my way safely so that my garb does not get stuck and tangled up in any of the thorns. He goes, that is taqwa. To go through life cautious and conscientious, that I not step in anything that is the disobedience of Allah, lest my Lord become unhappy. So taqwa is Allah consciousness, that in everything you do, you say, what does Allah Rabbul Izzah say? Will Allah become happy, Jalla Subhanah? If I overlook this, will He become happy? If I take an exception to that, do you understand that your whole of life with your family, with your wife, with your kids, everything is related to this, and Allah guarantees, says, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ, whoever has taqwa of Allah, whoever becomes Allah conscious, I will make his situation easy for him. You have family problems, Allah says, I will make it easy. You're going through a divorce, Allah says, I will make it easy. You're having a court problem, Allah says, I will make it easy. You have financial problems. قال سبحانه ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. If you have problems financially, Allah says, have my taqwa, become Allah conscious, love me and remember me and fear me, and I will solve it. وَيَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا, I will make a way out for you. Imagine this auditorium is blocked like it's all brick walls. If there's a door, makhraj is already there, no one needs to make a makhraj for you. But if there is a door, everything is blocked, Allah Rabbul Izzah says, I will tear a way out for you. يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ, and I will provide for you from means you didn't anticipate. One of the beautiful stories that I mention over and over again, there was a person in the past, his name was Hatim al-Asam, righteous taqiyyun naqi lillahi al-wali, and he came to his family wanting to go to Hajj. So he said, I want to go to Hajj. Hajj in those days was a long trip. It took many weeks and many months. And he said, I want to go to Hajj, but I don't have enough provisions for you guys. So what do you say? So the wife said, no, khalas, do it some other times when you have the means. But the daughter was special. So she said, Dad, Inna Allah huwa ar-razzaq zul quwwatil mateen. Go, Allah will provide for us. So the dad took heart from this and went. And when he went, a little while later, a couple of weeks later, the provisions ran out. So the mom and the rest of the siblings, like, you big mouth, what happened? So the little girl went to the back room and she raises her hands and she says, Allahumma anta qulta wa qawluka al-haq wa man yattaqi Allah yaj'al lahu makhraja wa yarzuqhu min haythu la yahtasib. And oh Allah, you said in your word is the truth, that whoever has Allah consciousness, you will find a way out and you will provide from means unanticipated. And her hand is in the dua and the door knocks. So she goes and opens the door, and it's the guard of the governor, the entourage of the governor. His excellency is crossing through here, he's thirsting. Do you have any water? So she went and got water and made it nice, presentable, نزل الناس منازلهم. They took and the man took the water, took it to the governor, and the governor drank the water and he found in it delight. Oh, Allah Rabbul Izzah put delight in it for him. So he drank and it made him think, where did this water come from? Who did you get this from? So they said, from the house of Hatim. So the famous Hatim, yes, we must go say salam. They said, no, Your Excellency, he's in Hajj. So he said, then it is our duty to look after his family. So he reached into his, in the olden days they had those little sacks of the coins, you know, with the, so he reached into this and he chucked it into the house of Hatim, the gold coins. But Allah Rabbul Izzah wished to increase. So the man looked at his entourage and said, whoever loves me, do as I have done. So all the entourage took their purses and chucked it into the house of Hatim. Pretty soon gold coins were loitering around on the floor and the little girl started to cry. So the mom said, woe be unto you, we were poor and dying, you are happy, now money has come, you're crying. So she said, Allah, for an instant a human looked at us with mercy and look at what had happened. Imagine if the Dhul Arsh al-Majid and Fa'alul lima yurid were to look at us with an eye of mercy, what would happen? وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. And you say, Ustaz, but I don't know how to deal with family, I don't know how to bring up kids, I'm having challenges. Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهِ. Have taqwa, Allah will teach it to you. Have taqwa, Allah will show you the way. And this other and many other things in this life. But look at this, the cream of the cream. Allah Rabbul Izzah says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah loves those who have taqwa. Can you imagine? I say this, imagine your little brother comes to you and hugs you because I love you. What does it do to the heart? Like, oh, my brother loves me. And imagine your parents tell you, you know, listen, Allah knows I love you. Imagine, wallahi, I think, imagine your ustaz, your sheikh, a person you look up to, you know, hugs you and says, I love you. Imagine the Rasul says, I love you. Wa Rabbul Kaaba, what wouldn't you do for that? I love you. But Allah Rabbul Izzah says, I love you. And the love of Allah, Allah Rabbul Izzah, when He loves you, He summons Jibreel. Ya Jibreel, I love so and so, love him. So Jibreel starts to love you. Jibreel comes to the heavens, O inhabitants of the heavens, Allah loves so and so, love him. Your love enters the hearts of the angels, so the angels call out, O inhabitants of the earth, Allah loves so and so, love him. So your love falls in the acceptance, and qabul falls in the heart of the righteous, and we don't need the love of the unrighteous. And Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. And remember, Allah Rabbul Izzah is with those who have taqwa. وَالْمَعِيَّةُ نَوْعَانِ. الْمَعِيَّةُ مَعِيَّةُ الْخَاص وَالْمَعِيَّةُ الْعَامِ. And ma'iyah is two types. This Allah being with you is two types. There's the general type that Allah Rabbul Izzah says, هُوَ مَعَكُمْ أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ. Allah is with you wherever you are. وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. أي بِسَمْعِهِ وَبِبَصَرِهِ وَبِعِلْمِهِ. Allah Rabbul Izzah is with us by His knowledge and His understanding. He knows our ahwal and our voices reach out to Him. The lady came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam complaining. Allah Rabbul Izzah says, قَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ قَوْلَ الَّتِي تُجَادِلُكَ فِي زَوْجِهَا. Allah heard the words of the lady who came complaining about her husband. So Allah Rabbul Izzah, this is aam for everyone, Muslim, non-Muslim, bird, chicken. Allah Rabbul Izzah knows everything. He is aware of everything. But for the people of taqwa, this ma'iyah is khas. It's a special type of I am with you, as in I am there to support you, protect you, maintain you, honor you, boost you up. I've got you. Do you understand? So your solutions is in the taqwa of the Dhul Arsh al-Majid. And that is in this world. And Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَالْآخِرَةُ عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. The entirety of the akhirah belongs to the people of taqwa. The entirety of the akhirah belongs to the people of taqwa. So you're resurrected. The trumpet, the trumpet blows. You come out from your graves, hufatan, uratan, ghurula, barefooted, naked, uncircumcised. كما بدأناكم أول مرة. The way you were created the first time round. And you get up three ways, three styles. Some people stand up and they walk to the land of accountability to give account to their Lord, and others crawl to it. No, others walk on their faces, and another group of people, as they are resurrected, angels wait for them to give them a ride into the account of their Lord. وَنَحْشُرُ الْمُتَّقُونَ إِلَى الرَّحْمَنِ وَفْدًا أَيْ رُكْبَانًا. And we will resurrect those who have taqwa to the meeting of their Lord riding. And then the sirat comes. وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا كَانَ عَلَى رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَقْضِيًّا. And there's none of you that will not pass it. This is a decree decreed by your Lord. Everyone will pass that bridge, thinner than hair, sharper than blade, Jahannam underneath it. But then Allah Rabbul Izzah says, ثُمَّ نُنَجِّ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا. And we will save those who have taqwa, and we will kneel the criminals in the fire. And in the calamity, under the heat and under the fear of that day where everyone is shivering and worried, Allah Rabbul Izzah says, إِنَّ الْمُتَّقِينَ فِي مَقَامٍ أَمِينٍ. Those who have taqwa are in a safe place. And hisab finishes, account finishes, where's your abode? وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا رَبَّهُمْ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ زُمَرًا. And those that have the taqwa and Allah consciousness will be moved in their hearts towards Jannah. May Allah Rabbul Izzah grant me and you taqwa. So the biggest outcome of this convention, Muslims, and we learnt the challenges today and got skills to deal with them, and the day before we learnt how the prophets dealt with it, and the secret is have the taqwa of Allah Rabbul Izzah. And وَالتَّقْوَى غَايَةُ الْغَايَاتِ. Taqwa is the purpose of all purposes. Allah Rabbul Izzah created you for what? وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I made you for my worship. What did He make worship for? يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسُ اعْبُدُوا رَبَّكُمُ الَّذِي خَلَقَكُمْ وَالَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So that you can attain taqwa. As such, it is the purpose of purposes. So Muslims attain taqwa, become Allah conscious, and Allah Rabbul Izzah will deal with your problems, will give you the strength and motivation and the courage and the ilm and the stamina to be able to plow through the difficulties of life and stand before your Lord Jalla Subhanahu at the end of the day.